Hi, good morning, everybody. Crafty Chefdiamond here. How are you? This video is a little bit hard for me, but I want to thank everybody for visiting my craft table today. Wow, I just can't get a break, y'all. I just can't. Well, yeah, okay. A lot going on, trying to get ready for retirement, just getting back from spring break, getting, starting to clear out my office at work, and then tragedy happens. My mother passed away on Monday, and I just want to thank everybody for your support, your love, your kindness. It means the world to me. You guys, we have grown so much in this diamond painting community and crafting community because I follow cross stitchers and all kinds of different crafts. I haven't been on social media this week. I just needed to take a break and reflect on my mom. Yesterday was hard. We did her arrangements. I was here in Virginia and my sister's in Colorado. And it's so kind of, I'm glad my mom is now with my father. And here's the glorious thing about all of this. I think the Lord picked the right time to send mom home to be with the Lord and to be with our other family members who are up in heaven right now, looking down upon us. But my dad's birthday is May 8th. And we're going to have service on May 8th. And my mom is going to reunite with my dad on May 8th. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to be very, very strong. I really am. I didn't think I was going to break down like this. A lot has happened. We're at the end of the month. And we're getting ready to start our 3-year anniversary with Diamond Painting with Friends, and I had a tragedy when that happened, and my mother-in-law passed away. So I have a lot to celebrate because they're rejoicing and they're in a better place. It's just hard for us down here with the memories, and then another angel getting her wings and then flying home to be with the Lord. But again, thank you so much, you guys, for all of your support. And then it was asked of me if I would take my mom's long-haired Chihuahua home. Her name is Daisy. And so before I share Daisy, but this is a picture of my parents. And so yeah, they're together now, but they will finally be together on May 8th on my dad's birthday. And little Daisy, she looks kind of scruffy here, y'all, but she's gonna get her health, her shots and a health certificate and all that before I can take her on the airplane. But this is Daisy, and she's going to join my Chihuahua Dexter and just have the best senior years of her life that I can give to her. So a part of my mom is coming home with me, and I'm happy for that. And to give my sister a break. My sister Lisa was my mother's care giver for the last 5 years, and mom had a really good life. She did. She had so much fun. She loved her horses. She loved going to the stock show, and her favorite color was purple, and she enjoyed all kinds of things. She would hike. She hiked all the way up until she was 80 years old. My mom passed away at 90, and we celebrated her 90th birthday last year in August. I went home. And so, yeah, she had a wonderful, wonderful life. And so I am flying home on Saturday and to prepare, finish preparing everything and helping my sisters out. So again, I just want to thank you. And I just need to, I have a couple of obligations that I need to take care of with Diamond Painting with Friends and a couple other companies. And so just please excuse me for right now. I just, it's hard, but, yeah. Anyways, so, we need to close out the military and first responders. And, you know, I don't like to do whipping chats. I just like talking to everybody at the craft table. And again, thank you for joining me today at my craft table. And, as soon as I get myself together, I will be at your craft table very soon. It's just, I just need some time to reflect. And so it's going to look weird with me posting videos just because I have obligations that I need to take care of. So without further ado, let me just do a couple of chef notes about the Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0. You all know we have a Facebook group, and thank you for everybody who's joining in. We're getting there. My goal is to hit 1,000 this year, and I think we're going to do it. I think we're at 850 or very, very close. I haven't even really been on the Facebook group, you guys, enough to say thank you for your condolences. And I will get in there soon to congratulate everybody on their beautiful artwork. The Facebook group is open to any craft. It basically started with just diamond painting, so that's the dominant part of the group, but everybody is welcome. It is a theme diamond painting group, so each month we have 2 different themes that creators are hosting, and we just share our artwork for that particular theme. So we are finishing out the 80s with Scarlet's little crafty corner. I need to try and go visit your closeout, Scarlet. She is an admin in the Facebook group, and she does a lot to in the group as well. So please thank Scarlet for that too. You can do that in the comments because she'll be looking at the comments as well. And then we have another a shadow, and that is Donna from Diamond Art Joy. She's not currently on YouTube anymore. You can still join her channel because she shared wonderful artwork and different companies that she worked with during the time that she was on YouTube. But she is our kind of like our little silent partner in the Diamond Painting with Friends Facebook group. She helps with all the graphics. And she helps with posting. She helps with our schedule. She does a lot of stuff that's behind the scenes. And I would like to thank Donna for that. And she's a wonderful friend. She lives about 50 miles from me, and she helps me out a lot. And we get together every so often, and she'll be taking care of Dexter and Mimi. They have play dates. They love each other, and they will go walking and fetching and have a good time. And she wears Dexter out and keeps him in good shape. Okay, so please join the Facebook group. We have a lot of fun there. I'll be doing some Disney trivia. Not this week of the start. I'm sorry. I have a lot to do. So, and then you guys understand. But Nancy, Pampered with Diamonds, she is also running superheroes. So for the month of May, it's Disney and a 3-year celebration. There's 4 different parks, actually 5. There's 4 different parks at Walt Disney World that you can visit, and I will be visiting those parks with you and sharing different canvases that can go with those parks, and maybe a little bit of Disney trivia and so forth. Nancy is doing superheroes, and that can be, Disney could be involved with superheroes as well. But if your mother is your superhero, or if your best friend is your superhero, I think I heard her say, even if you don't really have a arts and crafts in mind, to write a letter about your superhero, and that, you know, it's okay because everybody's a superhero. And then because we're in our second quarter, guys, and then we go into June, and June, so you guys can kind of get ready for June, is a trip to the beach. And that's going to be hosted by Lois, Diamonds and Things. She has a wonderful channel. I'll have her link down below. I'll have everybody linked down below in the show notes. So you can go visit, check out their channel, and subscribe. Help support them. They are going around supporting everybody else. And so it's nice for you to support them as well. And And then we're going to take a trip on the farm, and that's going to be hosted by True Vampire Crafts Minz. She has been with us since day one of Diamond Painting with Friends, and a lot of the creators who sign up for Diamond Paint with Friends have been with us since day one, and I thank you all so much. This is a wonderful group, and I hope it keeps thriving on and on for a couple more years. And we will be getting ready to start our selections of themes for 2027. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I have to make 2 more videos before I leave to Denver, and this one here. This is from Diamond Art Gift. It's beautiful. They asked me if I wanted to collab again with them. I said, sure. They said, pick something out. Here's your budget. I said, you know, I'm very busy right now. Can you pick it for me? So they were like, sure. And then they sent me, hey, here, Crafty Chef, this is what we're going to send. Do you approve of it? And I thought that was really cool. And what they sent me, I'm very pleased with. And I'm going to share that with you on my next video. And then this company reached out to me, and we are going to share. This is my first product review with Fee Look Art, and I'm really excited about that. And so I'll leave this a mystery for you guys. And we'll do that together. All right. So I just want to close out military and first responders. And I told you guys in my last video, before all this, you know, life happens. Life happens. And I wanted to go to Alexandria, Virginia, the first responders, not the first responders. Yeah, for first responders. I wanted to go to the firehouse and do a tour and do an interview, and you know, life gets in the way and it just didn't happen. So maybe next year. So a few things that I just wanted to, this is my canvas that I did for military first responders. I did start on the crystal canvas, and I got one section done, and then I focused on this. This is a Thomas Kincaid Diamond Dots, and I have already posted it in the Facebook group, but I wanted to share it with you guys. I did focus on getting the soldier done, because everybody was saying, oh, I can't wait to see the soldier done. So I focused on him, because this was tough right here, and still I have to finish out this area here. It's not tough. It's just that it's a lot of sand color, that light browns and tans and stuff. But look at that sparkle, you guys. Isn't that amazing? I want to finish this out and frame it, and I'm going to send it to my son. And I'll see my son this weekend. All the family members are coming together. So not only is my mom going to reunite with Dad in the Lord. Well, she's already there with the Lord. But we kind of have a family reunion going too, because you get to see everybody. So this was for my military first responders. And then, of course, Disney. I'm going to work on Cinderella. She's a whip. And I didn't want to open up another canvas, guys. This was a collaboration in December. And that was with Diamond Art Joy, Donna, Scarlet's Little Crafty Corner, and Vivian from Diamonds Around You. Now, she finished hers. And I didn't, you know, because I'm working on Diamond Paint with Friends, and I try to work on this stuff on the side, and then I just got overloaded, and I just put it away and said, when the time, I'll just wait, you know. And then I was thinking, what am I going to do for Disney? What am I going to do for Disney? And then I'm like, oh, don't open another canvas, Laura. Work on your whip. So I'll reshare this with you. Let me show you what it looks like here. There she is in her glory. We got the castle over there, which I have another castle over here. I'll set that right there. Make sure you believe in yourself. We're going to Disney, everybody. Put Tinky over here. And you notice a lot of times when we do Disney, I always put what is it, a star blast, and then I do a balloon, and then I do the castle and the balloon and a star blast. And then this is Let's go to Disney. Let's do Disney, guys. I'm so excited. Get those Disney canvases out. Wow. There's different parks that you can go to. If you don't have a traditional Disney canvas, make it an animal. You're going to Animal Kingdom. If you don't have any animals and you want to visit Hollywood Studios, if you have some type of a movie type canvas or a puzzle or anything that works for Disney. Disney is huge. There's so many food places at Disney. Epcot, there's 11 different countries. Go visit a country so you can do a diamond painting about a country. You can do Paris, you can do Mexico, you can do Canada. What else is there? Canada, Germany. Go have some good beer. Wow. Okay, and then what else? And then Magic Kingdom. So much in Magic Kingdom. Yeah. Anyways, you guys get the idea. You get the idea. All right. So I want to finish out. I know we're getting ready for Disney, but I want to finish out the military. And I did a lot of homework on the military, you guys. But first I want to well, let me go straight to the military. So I wanted to look up a lot of the military about basic training. What was in my last video? I can't remember. What did I talk about? The different branches, and then swearing in, the oath. Okay, so you've done all that stuff. You swore into the oath, and now it's time to go to boot camp, and you're getting ready to get on that bus, and they're making you stand in line and salute, drop your luggage, pick it up, drop your luggage, pick it up. Okay, so let's go to the Army. So the first place in the Army, they have a couple of places, quite a few places for basic training. It depends on your testing and where they're going to put you, okay? So there's Fort Jackson in Columbia, South Carolina, the largest training center, and 50% of all their soldiers are female there. Then we have Fort Leonard Wood, and that is in Missouri, and that's for your engineers and your military police and for chemical corps. I know that sounds weird. If you're going to be doing a lot of work in chemicals, that's where you're going to go. Then you have Fort Moore now, which is formerly Fort Benning, Georgia, and they focus on infantry, and it's an Armor One Station Unit Training Center. And then there is Fort Sill, that is in Lawton, Oklahoma, and they focus on field artillery and air defense artillery. So that's where if you're going to sign up for basic training, you will be going to one of those 4 places. So Army Basic Training Combat is a U.S. citizen or permanent resident age 17 to 42 years old that you can still sign up. With a high school diploma or a GED, passing the Army Combat Fitness Test. Recruits must be medically and physically fit, pass entrance tests, and complete a 10-week of training program focusing on discipline, weapons handling, and physical endurance. What to expect during training. Duration of your training is 10 weeks. Your core activities are field, it's called the Forge and Field Basic Rifle, marksmanship, close order drills, and team building exercises. And then they want to build discipline, adherence to Army values, strict hygiene, and daily inspections. All right, so that is the Army. A lot of them are pretty much the same. Then we have the Marines Recruiting Center, and that is there's 2 of them. There's Paris Island in South Carolina and San Diego in California. And commonly known as boot camp for the Marine Corps. It is a grueling 13-week program. Be prepared, because they're going to make a soldier out of you. All of them are going to make a soldier out of you. I think the lightest one is the Air Force. Yeah, a lot of people come back and say it was a It was like going to Boy Scout camp, but a lot has changed over the years too. So this going into the Marines is a grueling 13-week program considered the most physically and mentally demanding basic training in all of the U.S. military history. Core eligibility requirements: you must be 17 to 28 years of age. You must have an education, high school diploma or a GED, a citizenship, a U.S. citizen or a legal permanent resident, a green card. Physical standards: you must pass the initial strength test to begin training and the physical fitness test to graduate. All right. I have another one. Okay, phase 1 for the 13-week program for the Marines. This is week 1 through 4. Transformation from civilian to recruit focuses on disciplined, closed order drill, Marines martial arts, and you have to do swim qualification. Phase 2 in weeks 5 and 9 is marksmanship. Is a 2-week rifle range grass week. I guess they're going to go out and play war in the grass, and it lasts 2 weeks. And firing to qualify with an M16 and an A4. Phase 3 of weeks 10 and 12 is field training, and there's a critical 54-hour final test with limited food, sleep, involving 48 miles of marching. Completion earns the Marine and the Eagle Globe and the Anchor Emblem. So I don't have it up here. I ran the Marine Corps Marathon, and the emblem is all of what I just mentioned, all in that one, like a medal. It's pretty cool. Phase 4, week 13, is mentorship and administrative processing leading to graduation. And then you have daily life expectations, and they start their schedule at 4 o'clock in the morning and they end at 9 p.m. at night. Footing: expect to be on your feet for 12 to 15 miles per day. Discipline consists of supervision by drill instructors. Use third-person language. This recruit requests a permission is mandatory. Wowzers. Hold on just a second here. Yes, I do have one up here. I have my medals floating everywhere, but this is what it looks like, you guys. There's your emblem for the Marine Corps. Okay. Yeah. I ran the 33. This was my very first marathon. Anyways. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Now let's go to the Air Force. The basic training, to be in the Air Force is at Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas. My husband and my son has been there, and I've been there too. Air Force Basic Training is, they call it BMT, is an 8-week program at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas. Intense physical conditioning, discipline, and military orientation. Key highlights: you get up at 5:15 in the morning. You have physical training. They call it PT. Daily sessions of running. You must run 1.5 miles and do their calisthenics. Then they have something that's called a Beast Week, where they deploy people out. They do field exercise, chemical warfare, and they're going to play war. Academic and drill training. The Air Force Corps values rank recognition, intense marching drills, and they do a lot of the reporting procedures. Learn to report to the military instructors, MITs, with extreme urgency and strict military bearings. The final graduation, I've been to 2 of them, is a week of ceremonies, parades. They have a coin ceremony. They have the graduation, highlighting the transition from a trainee, then you are an airman. Pretty cool. Then we have the Navy, and that is taken care of. Their basic training is at Great Lakes, Illinois, and my dad was a TI there. It's a 10-week program. You have 12 hours a day, and they have scenario situations that test every skill that you learn. They do firefighting, flooding, and casualty care. Above 140 foot, above 140 foot land and ship. They do firefighting and danger control. CBR, they do a gas chamber. They do water survival. Mandatory third-class swim qualification includes jumping into the water, a 5-minute float, and swimming 50 yards. They have weapon trainings on M9 pistol and an M4 rifle. Physical fitness tests, 1.5 miles. They have to do planks and push-ups. Military training discipline, intense focuses on grooming, marching, uniform inspections, memorizing the Sailor's Creed, and the Navy core values, honor, courage, and commitment. Then we have our newest one, and that is called the Space Force. That's joined the military branches in 2019. Focuses solely on space operations, protecting the U.S. interests in space, managing satellite navigation, and preventing orbital conflicts. You're going to do your regular basic training at Lackland Air Force Base. So you're going to do the same training that all the other cadets at Lackland do, but you have an extension because you're going to be in the Space Force. And that includes technical training at Vandsburg, Space Force in California. That's after basic training. You'll go to California if you're going to do the technical part. And then you have space training and readiness command. It's called the STARCOM HQ. That's at Patrick Space Force, Florida. Space Delta 10. That's at Patrick, Florida as well. And it says they do doctrine and wargaming. Space Delta 11, you're in the range, you're an aggressor, and that's at Kirkland Air Force Base, Nebraska. And then you have Space Delta 12, and that is your test and evaluation, and that's at Shriver Air Force Base in Colorado. Wowzers, that's a lot there. Okay. That's really about all the information I have on the Space Force. All right, so that is your military basic training, guys, and I wanted to get that through. And then first responders. We have your the firefighters, police officers, emergency medical technicians, EMT, paramedics, and specialized medical personnel that work in your own community. They help keep us safe, get to the scene right away. So we have firefighters. They extinguish fires, perform rescue operations, and handle hazardous materials. Then we have the law enforcement officers and your police officers and sheriffs, federal agents who secure scenes, manage traffic, and ensure public safety. So then we have emergency medical technicians, EMT. So we have paramedics that provide immediate medical care, stabilize patients, transport people to hospitals. Emergency medical dispatchers, often the very first contact, providing instructions over the phone until help arrives. And your specialized first responders, you have your wildland firefighters specializing in combating large-scale forest and brush fires. Search and rescue teams, personnel trained to handle individuals in distress. Emergency room staff, doctors and nurses receiving patients immediately after an incident. Security forces and military personnel. We went through all that. Yeah, okay. My bad. All right. So thank you so much for our first responders who help in our community every single day. And there, I do have a little saying that I like to share with everybody. And if you don't want to hear anything that's religious, you can kind of get off the off my, you can leave and I'll see you in my next video. Okay. But this is the first responders prayer. We do a huge buffet for the first responders in our area. That is put on through our church. And then, they all come in with their fire trucks, the police, nurses, doctors, nurses, who are getting off their shift. And then if they can't make it in, then we bring the food to them. So, and that's our way of saying thank you to them, from our community. It says, first responders prayer. Almighty and most merciful Father, as humbly ask you to go before our first responders and at work. I'm so sorry. Keep them steadfast and renew their strength. Lord, be their refuge and let no harm overtake them. Reach down from on high to deliver and rescue them from the hands of evil and deliver them home safe, because they put their lives out there for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, Diamond Painting with Friends. And I will see you in Disney. And I will see you in Colorado. Remember, it's Disney. Believe. She's going to go flying over. And yeah. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow with Diamond Art Gift. And the following day, the release for Felix Art is on between May 5th and May 7th. I'll have that video done and posted for you guys, and then share it with Felix. And I will see you in my next video. I love you all. Thank you so much for visiting my craft table today. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing very well today. I always say that, but I don't edit anything, so you get everything is straight from my heart. I love you, and see you when I get back from Denver. Bye, you all.